Hi, I'm Lynn Bridgeford from the Eitherbias Clinic and Eitherbias Yoga, and today in our quick and easy series of exercises with burn, we're going to look at the tummy, the abs. So we'll start with a few simple ones standing and then go down onto the floor for something more challenging. So join me in a moment. Starting with the feet apart, bend the knees, lengthen in the tailbone, and we're going to do what's called a contraction. So we're going to contract in the abs, so lengthening through the spine, and you're bringing the tailbone forwards, bringing the ribs down, getting a lengthen in between. You can put your hands on the abs. This is the feeling the abs working. Even if you've got some tummy, the abs are underneath there, so feel them working. And then we're going to go for the transverse abs, so keeping the knees a little bent. We're going to twist to one side and then the other. We're just starting gently. So we're going for a burn, so we're doing repeated. So we have that same movement, but as we lift, we twist and bring the hands onto the side. And you'll feel those abs working. And the other side, twist, lift and twist, lift and twist. Lift and twist. We can go a little further, so we can curl around and straighten, curl around and straighten. Feel the abs working. Curl them, straighten, curl them. You don't have to lock the knees back, just straighten up and feel like you want to feel like you're getting a little bit of a burn starting there. It's also good for your low back because getting these working gives some strength to support the low back. Bringing the knee up to go further with the transverse, so we curl around to one side, lifting the leg up. If you need to hold on to something, you can. Feel the burn as you work those abs. Nothing should hurt. It should feel supported in your back, and you're just getting the burn in the transverse abs. Feel what's happening with your hand as you feel them working. And the other side. And put your hand on the abs to feel it. It's the repeated movement that gets the burn. Remember, hold on if you need to. You can keep the supporting leg just a little bit bent for stability. And you're doing that same contraction as you lift the leg up. We can do the same movement with bringing the leg higher up with a bent leg or a straight leg. Keep that movement on a twist. Straight or bent, reach for the toe. And the other side. We can do alternating, elbow to the knee, foot to the toe. The focus is on the abs. You can have the arm out to the side for balance, or you can bring it on your hips. To see that from the front, keep your stability, keep the work in the core. Other side. Keep the breath going and have a good wiggle, shake it all out. Allow any tension that you might have created just to ease out through the tailbone into the floor. Coming down on the floor, supported on your elbows, we're going to do similar moves. So we can bring one leg up and down, straight up and down, and the other one. Supported by the elbows, we can change legs in the air. You can do both legs together as long as this is putting no strain in the back. We can do them straight, bent, straight, bent, straight, alternating. So releasing the elbows, we're going to do crunches up, lift up and back, up and back, working the upper part of the abdominals. Keeping the core engaged, bringing the body up head first, rolling through the spine. Reach forward with the arms. And to get the transverse with the opposite, bring the elbow up to the knee. And the other side. And alternating. We can do it with the hands behind the head. Slightly easier version. And only lift up as far as is comfortable. Other side. We can do straight leg lifts up and down, keeping the core engaged, supporting the head, and the other leg. Working from the core, the muscles that move the leg are deep core muscles, particularly the psoas. And you can change mid-air with bending the legs, or if it's comfortable and you've got the strength, you can scissor them, keeping the core working and doing the easier version if you aren't quite up to doing the straight legs. Bicycles, one way and then the other way. We can lift up straight leg with a twist. We can alternate with a bent leg and a straight leg. And the other side. Support on the elbow on the side. We can bring the legs up and out, up, so crunching in, using those abs with a scissor movement. In, out, in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out. On the other side, crunch in. Gives a slightly different movement when you're on your side and you need to balance. Working the abs, protecting the back. And you can open out in a scissors. In, out, in, out, in, out, in, out. Supported on the forearms. We can do scissors out and across, out and across, working with the abs. Or a little variation, bend, stretch, cross, out, in, out, cross, stretch, bend, stretch, out, cross. Hug the knees up to the chest, just for a little release in the back before we carry on. And laying down flat, we can do a similar exercise and lift the head up, bring the arms up. So we're just putting a different dimension on the same exercise. Bend, straight, cross, cross, bend, straight, cross, cross, bend, straight, cross, cross, bend, straight, cross, cross, bend the knees to the chest. Up on the forearms again, bring the knees towards you and away. If you want to straighten them out, you can. Just find what works for you. If it's too much to straighten them, just keep them bent. Little pumping crunches. going to make some circles using the knees to curl. Drawing a circle, and then we're going to draw some circles up in the air and the other way, and hug the knees to the chest. Slightly easier version on the forearms. Crunch the knees up towards you. You want to take them straight out, or up is a little easier. Out, in, up, in, out, in, up, in, out, in, up, in, out, in. And we're going to make circles with the knees bent for one way and then the other, using the core. If you want to straighten them a little more, you can. Or if you want to bring them up to the ceiling and circle them one way and the other and bring them down. Coming onto forearm plank, keeping the back nice and straight, tailbone tucked under. You can step to the side, step in, step out, step in, keep the core working. Careful not to dip, keep the spine straight and hold it there. And come down and recover in pose of a child, lengthening through the arms, lengthening through the belly, and come back up. Coming up into a side plank, and you can lift one leg up and hold it there. And then come down. We're going to do the other side. Lifting up, hold it there. If you can, take hold of the foot, straighten up and reach up, pressing down into the floor with a hand. And pushing up from the floor, keeping the core strong. Working that core to keep you stable. And the other side. Another option is to cross one leg in front, so you have a little extra lift with that leg. Lifting and working in the side and on the other side. Lifting straight up, working the sides. Lifting up the underneath leg, working in the core, in the abs, in the belly, in the tummy, and many other things at the same time. And the other side. Lifting up, there's not a lot of movement, but you can feel the work in the core. Laying down flat, we're going to do a pelvic tilt, using the core, working with the abs. Also a little bit of a cool down. Curl up, come down, curl up, come down. If you want to lift the head up, you can. Keep the movement quite small. Here's the cool down. And then we're going to hug one knee up to the chest, wiggle a little side to side, change legs, hug the knee up, wiggle a little side to side, hug both knees up, wiggle side to side and lengthen the bottom away from you. Bring the legs down and we're going to lift up into a bridge. So we get a nice stretch through the abs. Breathe into it. And come down. Coming onto all fours for a cat-cow. So lengthening the tailbone, nice straight spine. Lift the tailbone, lengthening through the spine, lift the chest, lift the head, giving a good stretch on the abs. Go the other way, curl the tailbone down, curl around the chest, let the head come down. We're contracting the abs on that one. And then stretch the abs, lift the tailbone, lift the chest, lift the head, keep it comfortable. You might like to have a little sway there. And then curl the tailbone, curl around the chest, curl around the head once more, Lengthen and lift the tailbone, lift the chest, lift the head, nice length in the abs. And then sit back in pose of a child, reaching the arms forwards, opening in the armpits, lengthening in the belly. For a little cool down standing, we're going to have a good wiggle, shake it all about, side to side, make a few circles, one way and then the other. We want to really lengthen in the front, so feel like you're lengthening, sticking the tailbone out. A little bit of a back arch as long as it's comfortable in your neck. Stretch through those abs, sticking the butt out. That's a few quick and easy exercises for burn for the abs, the tummy, the belly, the core. Very important for keeping your back strong, and very important that you keep within your limits and only do what's comfortable, so that a stronger core gives you strength and support for your back. Thank you so much. Please subscribe, like, write in the comments below, and go across to my other channels. I have Instagram, Lynn Bridgeford. I have Facebook channels for the clinic, for the yoga, and interact with me on all the channels, and I would be happy to connect with you. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask. Thank you so much.